Hello everyone, this is Pranjali from Profound EduTech. Okay, so yes, all of you, today we'll see introduction part for C programming language. Okay, so before going to start this session, I will suggest you one thing. If you have any doubt, if you have any question, just put it in chat box. Okay, वाई बिकॉज मल्टीपल स्टूडेंट्स ने अनम्यूट करके एक साथ अगर आपका डाउट आपका प्रॉब्लम आपने पूछा सो ये कंफ्यूजिंग रहेगा सो दैट्स व्हाई प्लीज यूज चैट बॉक्स ओके सो आई होप चैट बॉक्स ईच एंड एवरी स्टूडेंट को एक्सेसिबल है यस ओके यस श्वेता इज सेइंग यस व्हाट अबाउट अदर स्टूडेंट्स सबको एक्सेसिबल है क्या ओके okay. So now today we will see introduction part for C programming language. So yes, all of you टेंशन नहीं लेना है ओके डोंट वरी अबाउट दिस कि ये हार्ड रहेगा इट इज अ डिफिकल्ट प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज बट इट इज अ वेरी इजी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज सो वंस वी लर्न सी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज easily you can learn other programming languages okay so same concept rahenge from your C programming language into other programming languages for example when we discuss control statements so all control statements remains the same in your Java programming language also then array concept again it remains the same in Java programming language okay so let's start with introduction part of C programming language. So first of all, I'm sharing my screen. Just give me confirmation. अगर मेरा screen visible नहीं है, तो वैसे भी आप message कर सकते हैं. Okay? So just a moment. I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Yes, all of you. Is my screen is visible to everyone? Okay, yes. Shweta is saying yes. Neha is saying yes. Okay. Okay. So now, before going to learn the introduction part of C programming language, first we'll discuss कि हमें C programming language या फिर any programming language learn करने की जरूरत क्यों है? Okay. So let's discuss one simple scenario first. So first we'll discuss what is language. Okay. Yes, anyone from your side, can anyone tell me what is language? Please use chat box for answer. Yes, anyone from your side, just general term that is what is language. Yes. Okay. Okay. See, विशाल ने आंसर दिया है कि language we can use for communication. So exactly correct. Language means what? It is a medium through which we can communicate with each other. So here I am communicating with you as well as you are communicating with me. Okay. So here we are using general language like English and Hindi. So language means what? It is a medium which is used for communication. Suppose we have two persons, person 1 and person 2. So person 1 wants to communicate with person 2. So here both persons can use general languages, means like English, Hindi, and Marathi, as well as different general languages also, like English, Hindi, Marathi, Tamil, and different languages. So, if you want to communicate with person, then we can use general languages to perform or to establish the communication between two different peoples. Now, person wants to communicate with any electronic device. So let's consider electronic device, that is computer. So now this person wants to communicate with computer. Can we use English, Hindi and Marathi language to establish the communication in between person and computer? Yes? कर सकते हो क्या आप? Yes? Okay. Neha is saying no. Yes. Why, Neha? See, because computer understands only binary language, that is in the form of zeros and ones. So कंप्यूटर को इंग्लिश, हिंदी या फिर मराठी लैंग्वेज समझ में नहीं आएगा. So we need different language. So for that we need computer language. See, there are three different computer languages are present: low level, middle level and high level language. Low level language, that is nothing but machine level language, means it is totally dependent on machine. Middle level language we'll discuss afterwards. And now high level language. So high level language जो user से very closest होता है. For example, your English language. So English language is also categorized into the high level language. But here computer understands only binary language. But my first question is, why person wants to interact with any electronic device? हमें मीन्स एज अ पर्सन हमें क्यों इंटरैक्ट करना है विद एनी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस? ओके, विल सी वन एग्जांपल. सो कैन एनीवन टेल मी फैक्टोरियल ऑफ 3? यस, फैक्टोरियल ऑफ 3. Yes, Kajol is saying it's 6. It's correct. Factorial. 3 into 2 into 1. So 3 into 2, 6. 6 into 1, 6. Then what is the factorial of 4? Yes. So Neha is saying it's 24. It's correct. Now tell me, what is the factorial of 240? Yes, anyone from your side? 240 का factorial क्या आएगा? Yes. Okay, Shweta is saying it is difficult operation, can't calculate immediately. Okay, yes, Shweta, correct. Because 240 factorial, it is a big and complex operation, ना? Directly, जैसे आपने 3 का 4 का factorial immediately मुझे बताया, वैसे we cannot calculate the factorial of 240 immediately. Why? Because ये big and complex operation है. Yes. So instead of performing this operation manually, अगर मैंने calculator use किया, तो with the help of calculator, within a particular time, you will get your correct output. Yes. With the help of calc, आपको correct output मिलेगा. कुछ भी वहां पे इनकरेक्ट आउटपुट नहीं आएगा. एज वेल एज आपका टाइम भी वेस्ट नहीं होगा, आपका टाइम सेव होगा. ओके, सो दैट्स द रीजन व्हाई पर्सन वांट्स टू कम्युनिकेट विद एनी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस, बिकॉज इट मेक्स आवर टास्क वेरी इजी. वन मोर एग्जाम्पल. Suppose, let's consider I want to withdraw some amount from my account. So, कैसे withdraw कर सकते हो आप आपके account से amount? Yes? Yes. Kajal is saying I will use ATM. Okay, correct. But instead of ATM, let's consider first scenario. Consider ATM facility is not available. देन आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? फर्स्ट वी हैव टू विजिट द बैंक, then so much long process you have to complete, and finally you will get your money. Yes, but यहाँ पे बैंक के टाइमिंग में ही आपको जाना पड़ेगा, टाइम लिमिट है। अगेन वहां पे जाने के बाद इमीडिएटली आपको आपका अमाउंट नहीं मिलेगा, बिकॉज आपके पहले भी कुछ पर्सन्स रहेंगे, उनका नंबर फर्स्ट होगा, देन आपका नंबर आएगा, एंड फाइनली यू विल गेट योर मनी. तो अगेन इट इज अ टाइम कंज्यूमिंग टास्क. नाउ कंसीडर सेकेंड सिनारियो, that is, now ATM facility is available, then easily you can withdraw your amount from your account wherever you are. अब जहां पे भी हो वहां से इजीली इमीडिएटली आप आपका अमाउंट विथड्रॉ कर सकते हो. तो यहाँ पे टाइम का लिमिट है क्या? ज्यादा आपका टाइम वेस्ट होगा क्या? नो. एटीएम भी क्या है? एक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस ही है. क्लियर ऑल ऑफ यू? So that's the reason why person wants to communicate with any electronic device. So हमने यहाँ पे कंसिडर किया है इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस, that is computer. Now, with the help of this computer, I want to calculate addition of two integers. So here I am declaring variables a equals to 10, then b equals to 20, then main logic, that is c equals to a plus b, and then we'll print the value of c variable. Now, can you see these instructions, these statements looks like English statements. A equals to 10, B equal to 20, C equals to A plus B, and I have printed the value of C variable. Yes, तो यहाँ पे ये it looks like English statement. With the help of computer system, I want to execute this data, but right now this program, this data is present in high level language, but your computer understands only binary language. So how will convert these instructions into the binary language? Yes, can we write any application or any instruction in binary language? कर सकते हो आप राइट आपका इंस्ट्रक्शन और आपका एंटायर एप्लीकेशन इन बाइनरी लैंग्वेज? Yes. Okay. Vishal is saying no. Neha and Kajal is also saying no. So yes, we cannot write our application in binary language. But I want to execute this data with the help of computer. So this data हमें convert करना पड़ेगा into the binary language. So for that, they had given one software for us, and name of that software is compiler. Okay, so compiler, it is a software which is used to convert your program from one language into the another language. Right now this code is present in high level language. When we use compiler, it will convert that data into the machine language. Okay. Now, easily आपके कंप्यूटर को मशीन लैंग्वेज समझ में आएगा. Then आपका कंप्यूटर will perform operation on your data, and finally it will generate an output. Clear all of you? So, when we write instructions, जब भी आप आपका प्रोग्राम कंस्ट्रक्ट करते हो, that is also called as source code. And after converting your source code, okay, कंपाइलर कन्वर्ट करेगा आपका सोर्स कोड, then it gets converted into the machine code. एंड मशीन कोड इजीली आपके कंप्यूटर को समझ में आएगा, आपके इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस को समझ में आएगा. Then it will perform operation on that and finally it will generate an output. So clear? This is the entire communication process between the person and the computer. Clear all of you? Yes. So अगर आपको एनी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस के साथ कम्युनिकेशन इंटरैक्ट करना है, then you have to learn one programming language perfectly. So अगर आपने one programming language perfectly learn किया, then easily you can communicate with any electronic device. Okay? So आपका first aim should be you have to learn one programming language perfectly. For all programming languages, C is a basic programming language. So that's why you can learn first C programming language, because जो भी data, जो भी concepts आप C programming language में learn करोगे, वही concept remains the same in other programming languages. So अगर अपने जावा में कुछ डेटा, फॉर एग्जाम्पल एरे आप जावा प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज में लर्न कर रहे हो, तो एट दैट टाइम यू विल अंडरस्टैंड कि हाँ, यस, ये सेम डेफिनेशन, ये सेम एरे कॉन्सेप्ट ऑलरेडी वी हैव लर्न्ड इनटू द सी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज. तो आपको समझ में जल्दी आएगा. Easily you will understand the concept from other programming languages also. Okay, so first we have to learn C programming language. So in this session we will understand the introduction part of C programming language. Here this entire communication process between the person and computer. So if you want to interact with any electronic device, then we have to learn programming language. And first we have to learn C programming language. It is a basic programming language. Here all of you? Yes. All students are saying yes. Is there any doubt in this communication process between the person and the computer? Okay, sure, no doubts. Okay, so now we'll see next part. So we'll see introduction part of C programming language. So already we have discussed the communication process between user and machine. Okay, so we'll go through the slide first. Can you see in this diagram there are two different entities are present, user and machine. So user want to interact with machine, but machine understands only binary language, that is in the form of bits, means zeros and one. So binary language is also called as your machine level language, but it is very difficult to understand because it is in the form of bits, that is in the form of zeros and ones. So user want the language that is close to the user, and we know it high level language, means your English language. So to convert your program from one language into another language, we need compiler. That is nothing but a translator. It translates your program from one language into another language. See, there are two types of translators, compiler and interpreter. So there is a difference between compiler and interpreter. Your compiler scan करता है entire program first and then it translates into the machine code. मीन्स अगर आपने एक प्रोग्राम कंस्ट्रक्ट किया है, आफ्टर कंपाइलेशन मीन्स ये क्या करेगा, फर्स्ट योर कंपाइलर स्कैन करेगा एंटायर प्रोग्राम, ओके, एंड देन अगर कुछ एरर है देन इट विल शो दैट एरर्स एट द एंड ऑफ योर प्रोग्राम। whereas इंटरप्रेटर कन्वर्ट करता है आपका सोर्स कोड मीन्स आपका कोड इनटू इंटरमीडिएट कोड before converting it into the machine code. And interpreter interprets your program line by line. See, there is a difference between compiler and interpreter. Compiler आपका first entire program scan करता है and then it will generate errors. But interpreter interprets your program line by line. अगर फर्स्ट लाइन में कुछ एरर है देन इट विल नॉट इंटरप्रेट सेकेंड लाइन और सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट, ओके। जब तक आप फर्स्ट लाइन का फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट का एरर रिजॉल्व नहीं करते हो तब तक बाकी के स्टेटमेंट्स वो इंटरप्रेट नहीं करेगा। क्लियर? सो दीज आर दी ट्रांसलेटर्स। इट ट्रांसलेट्स योर प्रोग्राम from one language into the another language. Now we will see need of C programming language. See, all of you know that why we learn a programming language to communicate with any electronic device. Now we will see just history and introduction part for C programming language. So your C programming language is called as middle level programming language. Okay, we have already discussed low level and high level programming language. Now we'll see middle level programming language. So your C programming language is called as middle level programming language. Now you will ask me why it is called as middle level programming language? Because this C programming language is a combination of low level and high level programming language. As it is a combination of high level and low level programming language, it is called as middle level programming language. Now you will ask me कि ये हमने कैसे डिसाइड किया कि ये कॉम्बिनेशन है लो लेवल एंड हाई लेवल का? So see, remember one thing, your C programming language behaves as low level programming language through pointers, okay, and your C programming language behaves as high level programming language through functions, okay. So as it's a combination of low level and high level, it is said to be middle level programming language. Now ये programming language किसने develop किया है? So see, this programming language was developed by Dennis Ritchie in the year 1972 at Bell Labs of USA. So Dennis Ritchie ने ये programming language develop किया है in the year 1972. Before this C programming language, B programming language was developed by Ken Thompson in the year 1970. So before C programming language, B programming language already introduced किया था. What is B programming? That is BCPL. BCPL stands for Basic Combined Programming Language. Okay. So before your C programming language, B programming language introduced हो गया था. So जो भी features आपके B programming languages में है, वो सारे features derived किए हैं into the C programming language. Now, each and every programming language का कुछ ना कुछ यूज तो होगा, ऐसे ही कोई डिजाइन नहीं करेगा लैंग्वेजेस. यस, सो वेरी फर्स्ट एप्लीकेशन. Now we will discuss applications of C programming language. So first application of your C programming language is, it is used to implement Unix operating system. That is nothing but software. So software design और implement करने के लिए आपका C programming language use होता है. One more important point interview में question पूछा जाता है, that is why still C programming language is in use. See, nowadays market में multiple programming languages available है. Yes, but अभी भी C programming language हम use कर रहे हैं. Why? So why still C programming language is in use? See, best example or best reason is your C programming language is used in embedded system programming. What do you mean by embedded system programming? That is nothing but it is used in electronic devices like fridge and washing machine. अभी भी आपका C programming language washing machine and fridge में use होता है. And this programming language is a basic programming language for all programming languages. That's the reason why still C programming language is in use. Cleared all of you this introduction part of your C programming language? Please give reply in chat box. Okay. Okay. Anshu is saying yes. Kajal, Shweta is also saying yes. Okay. Okay. So हमें first C programming language learn करना है because ये basic programming language है. अगर आपने C programming language perfectly learn किया, then you will understand other programming languages very easily. Now we'll see next part. That is C programming basics. See first, each language is made up of two parts, vocabulary and grammar. Means what? Suppose if you want to create one sentence in English language, तो first of all आप क्या करते हो? Yes, हम वर्ड्स को गैदर करते हैं, जो वर्ड्स आपको लगने वाले हैं. आफ्टर दैट उसको आप ग्रामेटिकली एक सीक्वेंस में अरेंज करते हो. एग्जैक्टली सेम इन प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज आपको वोकैबुलरी एंड ग्रामर की ही जरूरत है. बट वोकैबुलरी मीन्स प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज में क्या रहेगा? वोकैबुलरी दैट इज नथिंग बट टोकन्स इन प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज, and grammar that is nothing but syntax in programming language. So if you want to construct your program in programming language, okay, so कौन सा भी programming language अगर आपको use करना है to construct your program, then you have to follow the syntax that is nothing but structure of that programming language. We will discuss entire structure also of C program and we will discuss tokens also. Okay. So अगर आपको कोई भी language में sentence create करना है, तो आप words को gather करते हो, then उसको arrange करते हो grammatical order में. Exactly same programming language में भी you have to use tokens as well as you have to follow the syntax or structure of your program, and then easily you can construct your program. Now we'll see what are the different tokens are present in C programming language. So see, tokens means basic building blocks which are constructed together to write C program. So can you see these are the different tokens? Identifier, variables, constants, character set, keywords, data types, and operators. Now, we'll discuss each and every token. So, first token is identifier. What do you mean by identifier? As the name itself suggests, identity. Okay. So आपके क्लास में भी multiple students present है. So how I can identify a particular student? Yes, मैं कैसे identify करूंगी? Yes. Okay. Neha is saying by their name. Correct. So with the help of your name, I can easily identify a particular student from your class. Yes. So identifier, that is nothing but unique name given to a variable, a method, and array. So identifier, which means a name given to a variable, a name given to a method, and a name given to an array, that is identifier. Second token is variable. Variable means a name given to a memory location where value can change. Remember one thing, जब भी आप वेरिएबल का वैल्यू डिक्लेयर करोगे, throughout the program we can change the value of that variable because इसका value vary means change होगा. Based on your requirement, you can change the value of your variable. Now let's see how to declare variable in C programming language. So variable declare करने के लिए first you need to define a data type. आपको कौन से डेटा टाइप का वेरिएबल चाहिए? इंटीजर, फ्लोट, कैरेक्टर और डबल. So that data type you can mention and followed by variable name, and then each and every instruction should end with semicolon. So data type and then followed by variable name. It is a syntax to declare variable. And if you want to initialize the variable, then you can use equals to symbol and you can assign the value. So जो भी value आप assign करोगे, that value will be stored into your variable. Then next token is constant. So see, constants and variables both are used to store values in it. दोनों का यूज सेम है, तो दोनों क्यों यूज करने हैं? एक यूज किया तो भी आपका डेटा स्टोर्ड ही होगा. But there is a difference between variable and constant. Variable, as I told you, a name given to a memory location where value can change. But constant means a name given to a memory location where value does not change. एक बार अगर आपने कांस्टेंट का वैल्यू डिक्लेयर किया तो थ्रू आउट द प्रोग्राम वो वैल्यू सेम रहेगा. इट कैन नॉट बी चेंज. ओके. देन नेक्स्ट टोकन इज character set. So to construct your program, we need character set. So character set में क्या क्या आएगा? Character set consists of alphabets which are starting from capital A to capital Z, then small a to small z. Okay. Then numbers, okay, from 0 to 9, and then special symbols. So special symbols means @ your exclamatory mark, then ampersand operator, that is address operator, asterisk symbol, dollar sign, hash, etc. So these are the different spatial symbols. So alphabets, numbers, and spatial symbols are categorized into the character set. Here. Now, next token is keywords. Okay. So see, keywords means what? It is also called as preserved or reserved words. Means ये words already defined किए हैं in your C programming language. We cannot change the meaning of that word. So in C programming language, there are 32 keywords are present. Some of them are static, register, auto, void, int, switch, continue, break. These are the some keywords which are present in your C programming language. One more important point. As I told you, declaration part of variable. How to declare variable? Data type followed by variable name. But one more important point, we cannot use keywords as a variable name. Why? Already उस keyword का meaning defined किया है ना, we cannot change that meaning. Because ये keywords क्या है? Preserved or reserved words. Clear this? Okay. Now, next token is data types. Okay. So we'll see data types with the help of diagram. See, data types. Basically, there are two different data types. Primitive and non-primitive, but again your non-primitive data type is categorized into the two parts, derived and user-defined data type. So see, in this diagram, there are three different data types are present, primitive, derived and user-defined. Primitive data type, which means built-in data type, means already defined data type. तो बिल्ट इन डेटा टाइप्स कौन से हैं? char, int, float, double and void. Then derived data types are array, means it is a collection of similar data types into a single unit. Pointer means it is a variable which is used to store the value or address of another variable. Okay. Function means it is a set of instructions to perform a specific task. Again, function, there are two different types of functions, built-in function and user-defined functions. Then in user-defined data type, enum, structure and union. So enum, it is used for enumerated data type. Structure. See, there is a difference between array and structure. As I told you the definition of array, that is, it is a collection of similar data types into a single unit. But structure, it is a collection of dissimilar data types into a single unit. Structure and union both are same. दोनों में different values का ही collection रहेगा. But structure is defined with struct keyword and union can be declared with the help of union keyword. और भी differences है, okay? That is memory management का difference है, memory allocation difference is there, internal difference है between structure and union. Then next token is, that is operators. Now, can anyone tell me what is operator? Yes, anyone from your side? Operator क्या होता है? Okay, Neha is saying plus minus. Okay, ये operators है Neha, but what is the exact definition of operator? Okay, See, operator, which means it is a symbol which is used to perform a particular operation. Okay, operator means एक symbol रहेगा which is used to perform a particular operation on operands. So see, there are different operators are present. Very first operator is arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operators are used to perform arithmetic operations on your data. Means कौन से arithmetic operators है? Plus, minus, multiplication, division and modulus operator. Okay. Then second operator is relational operator. So relational operator represents the relationship between the operands. Means less than, greater than, less than equals to, greater than equals to, and not equal to. These are the relational operators, okay, which is used to represent the relationship between the operands. Next operator is logical operator. So logical operator means logical and logical or and logical not. So logical and means if both conditions are true, then only it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Logical or दोनों में से अगर एक भी condition true है, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. And logical not, it gives you output in reverse order. True है तो false and false है तो true. Next operator is increment operator. So increment operator, that is plus plus. As the name itself suggests, it will increment the value of your variable, but by 1 only. Okay. Then next operator is decrement operator, that is minus minus. So increment operator will increment the value of your subsequent by 1. And decrement operator will decrement the value of your subsequent by 1. Then last operator is conditional operator. So conditional operator, question mark and then colon. So conditional operator is called as ternary operator. Ternary means what? 3. So why this operator is called as ternary operator? Because it consists 3 expressions in it. So what is the syntax for conditional operator? Very first one is expression 1, question mark, expression 2, colon, expression 3. Okay, instead of this expression, we can write like this also. Condition, question mark, result 1 and colon, result 2. Okay, so can you see in this syntax 3 expressions are present? That's why it is decided to be ternary operator. So if your condition is true, then it will return first part. On false, it will return second part. So these are the different tokens which are present in your C programming language. Yes, all of you cleared these tokens. Is there any doubt in these tokens? Okay. Sure, no doubts. Okay. So first part हमने देखा है, that is to construct your program we need tokens, and another part is we need structure, that is nothing but syntax. Okay. Now we'll see first structure of your C program. And with the help of this structure, we can easily construct our program in C programming language. Can you see this diagram? In this diagram, there are different sections. There are different blocks are present. Okay, documentation section, link section, definition section, global declaration section, main function section, and sub-program section. Now, first we'll see what is documentation section. Okay, see, documentation section consists of, very first one is documentation section. So this documentation section consists of comments. So what is comment? Comments means it is used to give an overview of your program. आपके प्रोग्राम का ओवरव्यू देने के लिए comments यूज होते हैं. How to define comments in C? There are two types of comments in C. For single line comment, double slash is used, and for multi-line comment, slash, star, and it should end with star slash. This documentation section is not mandatory. It is an optional block. So user को आपको कुछ डेटा डिफाइन करना है. ओके, फॉर यूजर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ये डॉक्यूमेंटेशन सेक्शन यूज होता है. देन सेकेंड ब्लॉक, सेकेंड सेक्शन इज लिंक सेक्शन. लिंक सेक्शन कंसिस्ट ऑफ हेडर फाइल्स. In C, we have to use one header file, that is hash include stdio.h header file. Stdio stands for standard input output header file. In C programming language, for output, printf function is used, and in C programming language, for input, scanf function is used. So these two functions are present in this standard input output header file. That's why it is mandatory to include this header file in your program. That's why this link section is mandatory. Next one is definition section. This definition section is not mandatory block. It is an optional block. In this definition section, we can define macros. Okay. Next section is main function section. Now, main function section is mandatory block. Why this section is mandatory? Because every program's execution should start from main function. Each and every program का execution start होता है from main function. That's why this main function section is mandatory. Again, this main function consists two parts. Very first one is declaration part, and second one is execution part. So declaration part, जो भी data, remember one thing, आपके programming language में जो भी data आपको use करना है, first you have to declare that data, and that declaration part we can define within the declaration section, and execution part, that is nothing but main logic. आपका मेन लॉजिक आप एग्जीक्यूशन पार्ट में राइट कर सकते हैं. ओके, वन मोर सेक्शन इज देयर. ओके, आफ्टर दिस डेफिनेशन सेक्शन, ग्लोबल डिक्लेरेशन पार्ट. सो दिस इज फिफ्थ. ओके, वो भी ऑप्शनल है, दैट इज ग्लोबल declaration section. So global declaration section consists global variables as well as declaration of your function. फंक्शन का डिक्लेरेशन एंड ग्लोबल वेरिएबल्स अगर आपको डिक्लेयर करने हैं, then we can use global declaration part. Again, it is not mandatory block. Why? Because ग्लोबल वेरिएबल्स जो है वो एक्सेसिबल होते हैं थ्रू आउट द प्रोग्राम. एक बार अगर आपने उसको डिक्लेयर किया तो थ्रू आउट द एंटायर प्रोग्राम यू कैन एक्सेस योर ग्लोबल वेरिएबल्स. एंड इफ यू वांट टू डिक्लेयर योर ओन फंक्शन, then that function declaration part can be done in this global declaration part. And last section is subprogram section. Again, this subprogram section is not mandatory. Again, this subprogram section is optional. But क्या होता है इस subprogram section में? This subprogram section consists function definition. अगर आपने आपका function declared किया है in the global declaration part, then only this subprogram section is mandatory. Otherwise, ये mandatory नहीं. Cleared entire structure of C program. Yes, all of you, please give reply in chat box. Yes. Vishal, Kajal, Shweta. Yes. Okay. Now, based on this structure, we'll see one demo. Okay. First, we'll see simple demo. With the help of this structure of C program, we'll design our program. So first, I want to print just hello world message on my screen. So we'll create new file. First, you have to save your file. Remember one thing, each and every C program आपको save करना है with .c extension. So you can give any name to your file. Suppose here I'm giving first demo.c. You can give any name to your file, but extension should be .c. Now, first section is documentation section. So documentation section में comments रहेंगे. It is totally dependent on you. अगर आपको comments add करने हैं, then you can add comments. I will use comment for single line comment, /. Suppose this is my first C program. Okay. Then link section is mandatory. That is hash include stdio.h header file. Now definition section, global declaration section मुझे नहीं चाहिए, so directly will use main function section. So function always write होता है with the help of return type, then function name and parenthesis, then curly bracket open and curly bracket close. So void means it is a return type of this main function. Void means it returns nothing. I want to print hello world message. So as I told you, printing output के लिए which function is used? We have already discussed. Yes, yes, correct Neha. That is printf function. So here we'll see printf function. And here new line पे मुझे data print करना है. That's why I'm using /n for new line. Then hello world. Again new line. That's why /n. So this message I want to print on my console. Okay. So first I have used documentation section, then link section, and then main function section. Remember one thing, in this entire structure of C program, only two sections are mandatory, link section and main function section. Without these functions, without these sections, we cannot construct our program. बाकी के भी sections है, but as per your requirement, you can add these sections, but mandatory sections only, link section and main function section. Now I want to execute my program. So for C program, I have used Sublime Text. You can use different editors also. Now we will see execution part of this program. So for execution, right click within your code, copy file path, then open terminal. Then first you have to change the directory because मेरा program दूसरे folder में present है. So directory change करने के लिए cd for change directory and then paste your file location. Okay. Then first we need to compile our program. So for compilation, GCC compiler is used. So GCC space your file name. My file name is firstdemo.c. Can you see successfully compile हो गया है हमारा program. And for execution, one more command ./a.out. Can you see जो मैसेज मैंने printf फंक्शन में डिफाइन किया था, exactly same message is printed on your screen. Yes, so this is the execution process of your C program. When we use this compilation process, your compiler will convert your source code into the machine code. And then finally it will give you an output. Cleared all of you? Okay, so I will give you 1 minute. Just go through this program. And if you have any doubt, then you can ask. Okay, I will wait for 1 minute. Please go through this program. First, I have used documentation section, then link section, and then main function section. Okay. So just read this program carefully and let me know once you complete. Okay. Okay. Done. Okay. What about other students? Done. Okay. Remember one thing. जो भी डेटा आप मेन फंक्शन में राइट करोगे, okay, each and every instruction should ends with semicolon. Okay. Now अगर मैंने semicolon यहाँ पे नहीं लिया है, I forgot to define semicolon and again I am trying to execute my file. So same gcc space your file name dot c. Can you see at the time of compilation, compiler ने error दिया है, that is expected semicolon before this token. So compiler first scan करता है entire program and it generates the error at the time of compilation. Okay, now मैंने remove किया है error. जब भी आप changes करते हो आपके program में, again you have to recompile your code and then again execution. Okay, so cleared all of you this introduction part of C programming language. Okay, so don't get confused कि ये difficult programming language है या फिर समझ में आएगा या नहीं. So easily you can understand this C programming language. ये programming language आपका C programming language जो है वो basic programming language है for all programming languages. Okay, so your first aim should be you have to learn one programming language perfectly. Okay, so yes, all of you, is there any doubt in today's session? Yes, if you have any doubt, just put it in chat box. Yes, Neha, Vishal, Shweta, Kajol. Okay, no doubts. Okay, okay. So, yes, all of you, this is the introduction part of C programming language. Okay, so we will stop here for the day. Thank you.